Oh, hi there. It's Monday here in the United States. It is Memorial Day. So thank you to everyone who has served. And I am here ready to watch some WSL Shogi. My playing is at a local minima, I think at this point, a local downside. But so I don't know if I'll be playing. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just watch the game. But there's a Division A game scheduled for today. There are actually two games scheduled for today. One is much later in the day. I think it's around 5 or 6 p.m. my time. It's 10:51 a.m. at the moment here. So the second game later today is DrLennon, which is a game I would love to see. Friend of the channel, friend and supporter of the channel, DrLennon will be playing. So I don't know if I'll be streaming that one. But this first one is two Division A players. Germany and France. I think maybe Olivier is Shogi Dojo Lyon. I'm not sure. Doesn't mention it here. Strong player for Don on 81 Dojo. And but regardless, that's who's playing, or at least scheduled to be playing. Hey, Night Sparrow! Wow, nice to see you. Been a while, and seeing you on YouTube now. Yesterday's games were interesting. Foradun got the big win against Clawmac. Two good players. I'm of course pulling for friend of the channel and supporter Foradun, of course. And Foradun managed to pull it out. I still haven't looked much at the game outside the last mate, so maybe that'll come up later on. And then in the big win here, the Gost Ones team, Guatemala, has finally gotten on the board. The pharmacist with a big win over Gerard UV. I would have loved to have watched both of those games, but I was at the Shogi Club, and so I couldn't do that. Hey Lorenzo, nice to see you. Yeah, who's the washed up? That's me. I am the washed up Shogi streamer. At best, I'm washed up. It's been a. So you're supposed to be sleeping right now, but you got too hungry. That's good. Enjoy a snack. Watch a little bit of. Have a snack. Watch a little bit of Shogi. Chat about Shogi. It's all good. And yeah, I did have a shower. That is true. So I am washed up in that. I'm washed up in multiple ways. Hey, Foradun, nice to see you. Congrats again on yesterday. Don't know if you caught the tail end of it here. I did mention your victory from yesterday. Would have loved to have watched your game and then the Skykeeper and Gerard UV's game. There was a lot. It was another big day of WSL. I really enjoy the big WSL weekends. It's something to look forward to. It's something to watch. It's something to cheer for. You know, that all that kind of good stuff. I see Snowpiercer is playing a game. I would like to spectate this, but I don't want to put the pressure on him. Plus, I want to wait for the WSL game. Yeah. I am most certainly washed up. I don't have that intensity. I don't have that. I went 0-3 on Shogi Wars yesterday. So, you know, that's really about. So I'm in the pits of despair. I played 3 games on Shogi Wars. I got crushed 3 games. Yeah, this is your favorite weekend every month. Yeah, totally. It's becoming mine. It really is. You know, I was motivated. While we wait, I guess I can bring these up. Just what the recent podcast interview guest, Graham, he fed some ideas into the old artificial intelligence system, and came up with some stuff. Let's see here. So let me see. Is this on the stream? Let me get this out of here. We got this. Let me see. Is it showing? I'm trying to see if I can see this on stream. I don't think it's showing up so well. One second. Come on, OBS, work with me. All right, well, this is actually, we'll shrink it. I'll shrink it. There we go. Let's see if we can fit it in here. There we go. So we've got the cover of the Shogi Dad manga. Hey, Gust1, congrats again on that victory. Pull a Melkor, spectate a game, then rapidly leave complex spot. Yeah, exactly. No, I respect the players. So here's it's got me. I mean, obviously it's got me. Little fierce looking, putting my finger on the board. I'm wearing the collared shirt. It probably should be a short sleeve shirt, but I do have one like this too with the rolled up sleeves. So it's the unbuttoned collared shirt with the dark tee underneath. It's like my podcast uniform. Well, it doesn't look like a little like One Punch Man. One Punch Man looks a little like Shogi Dad. That's what they'll be saying once this manga hits the scene. So, here's this. Every move shapes the future. I think it should also shape the past. Every move should also shape the past. And then we get a sample page here of this. And this just got me so hyped. This got me so hyped that I had to play. I was like, I'm going for a walk. I'm looking at this thing. I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back to Shogi Wars. I'm just gonna finally, I'm gonna take the bull by the horns and just get the stupid showdown on Shogi Wars for 10 seconds, which has kind of been eluding me. Twice I think I was above 90% and a win or two away from ranking up to showdown in 10 seconds. I was at 60% yesterday. I thought, I'm playing. I said to myself, I'm playing well. I'm playing really well. Let me just turn it to the max. Let me turn the difficulty to the max, which is, I think it's called fairly strong. Let me put it to the max. I'll get 6 points or so per win. I'll get 1 point loss if I lose, but I probably won't lose. So I just need five or six wins in a row. That's me thinking. That's me thinking. And fast forward 15 minutes, I'm 0-3. I'm in absolute shambles. I'm just like, I'm hanging pieces left and right. You'd like to see other members of our community instead of random characters. Oh, I was saying here that what I would like to see, looking over my shoulder, this should be Koshiro, the wise master. Hey, Danny Boy, the first on, nice to see you. This should be Koshiro right here. Just over my shoulder, guiding me and my moves. But you got the T. The calm mind, which I'm known for when I'm playing shogi. I'm known for having. Oh, the game started. Famously, I have a calm mind when I'm playing shogi. And here we are. Yeah, but having other members would be really cool. I think. Well, I mean. Who's to say that those aren't other members? Stylized versions. Olivier is a Nakabisha player? Gokigen Nakabisha? This is interesting. This should be an easy win for Gote here. Takes a sip on the tea after making the statement. That's how badly I was playing yesterday. I lost to Nakabisha, which just doesn't happen anymore. It's like, I thought that, those days I grew past that. I grew past those days. But that's how badly I played yesterday. And now I'm in complete shambles. My over the game play is not so great. this is Chosokugin, right? I think this is Chosokugin. Not the most fun Nakabisha opening to play against, for sure. I spent a lot of time dealing with this and never quite really getting to a spot where I loved it. And to a certain extent, this opening, I mean, he's Gote, which makes it even which makes it less annoying, but it's still annoying. One of those openings that really put the thought in my mind of leaving Nakabisha, because I was getting force-fed this opening and wasn't getting into great spots. Oscillating between self-congratulatory mangas and dejected YouTube titles. Yeah, exactly. That's me. Yeah. The reality, though, is that I have absolutely zero confidence right now in my shogi. Absolutely zero confidence. I'm playing. I can't sustain the mental. I can't sustain the focus well enough to win games anymore. And it's doesn't feel great to win or to play, to see it through. So I thought, like last week, those 3 games that I lost on stream that I've been talking about and that have been bugging me a lot. It turns out those games were not those are not just flukes. I think that is currently just the way I'm playing, because it sort of happened over the board as well. I didn't play terribly yesterday over the board in my 2 games, but I definitely played in a way that I could not. There just wasn't that intensity that is required to be able to play well, like to play your best. You taught your girlfriend shogi and chess. She's doing great, but gets down on herself because she sees kids improving so fast. I mean, that's in any game. Yeah, so that's tough. You feel like adult improvers get too down on themselves when they're doing quite well for adults. Thanks, Night Sparrow. Yeah, we had a bit of a discussion about this last stream. Some people were trying to convince me that adults grow at the same rate or maybe even better than kids. I'm not buying it for even the splittest of seconds. But yeah, you can't compare. You cannot compare yourself to kids. You can only compare yourself to yourself, and that's where I start going wrong. Is that I'm comparing myself to my perception of what I should do, or I'm comparing myself to a certain extent, I'm comparing myself to how I play when I'm playing well. And you can't do that really either. You can't just pick and choose your best moments and say, well, this is how I should always be playing. I mean, if you want to be positive, you can sort of say that, but I don't think it's realistic. Yeah, so here's a common decision point now for the Nakabisha player. I suspect he's just going to continue to castle. So again, if anyone knows for certain if this is Shogi Dojo Leon, I'd like to know. Yeah. I'll be curious to see what he does here. Is he just going to slide over? This kind of deal, make his Kimura Mino. So the thing with this bishop here, it's 2 moves to attack this pawn. So he has time. He has time to push this pawn, get the silver up. Get the gold, you know, this kind of stuff. Fitness matters a lot for Shogi. Yeah, I think I don't think it's just for Shogi. I think especially for older adults, fitness matters a lot for everything. Fitness matters more than people like to admit, I think. Yeah, yeah. Getting more of the new format of spam. Fordun, you agree? Yeah, fitness matters and the quality of your attention. Yeah. And one thing that I've been thinking about lately also is that you know, one of the things to make you feel I think it's very easy or very difficult to tread water in shogi. So for example, um, let's say I take the perspective that I don't actually, let's say I take this perspective, colon. I don't care about improving so much anymore. I just want to maintain my level. I think that is, I don't want to say an impossibility, but I think that is a trap. It's a trap, and I think it's very difficult, at least for someone like me, to say, I don't care about improving. I just want to maintain my level and have fun. What is this?
Lalaby94 just followed.
I see a follow. Lalaby94. Thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. I see you. I think I see you observing the game. Because as you get better, and you know, as you move up the ranks, you know, the people you play, for example, like if I'm playing over the board or if I'm playing online, the people I play are getting better naturally. And to be able to compete with the people that are better, you need to be getting better yourself, or you need to have that full commitment to winning. But if you don't have that, like if I don't have that full commitment to winning, or if I don't have that full concentration, I'm going to lose. So I won't maintain, you know, I won't tread water. I will regress. I'll lose more. I'll lose more games. I'll lose more rating until I start. Well, I mean, over the board, you can't necessarily choose who you're going to play. You know, but online, it's like until I start playing much weaker players, and then if I'm not focused on them, the people that I was beating in the past, I won't be beating them. So I'll actually, you know, continue to go down. It's a bit of a spiral there, I think, for that mindset. And so it's a tough game. It's a tough game. It demands a lot. I think it demands a lot, and I think that's what I've been missing in a lot of my games lately is that I think mentally I'm feeling like I'm playing well. I feel like I'm visualizing things, but the intensity is a little down for some reason. So even if I am seeing more, or even if I am understanding more about the game in isolation, the results won't show. Because when it comes down to it, on move 60 in a game, a tight game, where I have an advantage, let's say I have an advantage even, my opponents are bearing down there, but I'm not bearing down. I'm just like, okay, I've got the advantage. Let me just coast to a win. And you cannot do that in Shogi. You just can't. And then the spiral begins. Okay, so then I lose a game that I should have won. And then I quickly lose a game that was even. and then I quickly get blown out of a game where I tried to, it just keeps, it's tough. Yeah, so as I had expected, I think we're going to see that Kimura Mino. We're going to see that. Oops, we're going to see this. I don't know what he's going to do with the gold. Maybe he's going to put it there. Who knows? Who knows? I think this is often a tricky spot in against Chosokogin. It's a tricky spot of like, what? All right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Maybe I do see people do this. Once this is up, I see people do that, come back. I think Satomi herself may have done something like that in an old game that I had. As I said, this was a tough opening for me, is playing Nakabisha, so I wanted to try to find games of people playing it, and it's hard to. It's hard to find those games, especially for pros. Yeah. Danny boy, you say you remember being 1600 to 17 in high school for the chess club. Players are much stronger nowadays, where even an 1800 player plays like a 2000 player 2 decades ago. You would think shogi would be similar. Yeah, I think shogi is going down those same lines. Good day, Emperor Rex. Nice to see you. People still talk about that's like an evergreen topic now on chess podcasts, and I think it is the reality for shogi. There does seem, although I'm hearing conflicting stories. Some people seem to be thinking that Shogi Wars might be hitting some sort of inflationary state. Some people feel it's a deflationary state. I think it depends on where you are in the ratings. But the people I played yesterday, the 3 games I played, I am no longer paying for Shogi Wars. So I was limited to 3 games yesterday. The 3 players I played, a 3-dan, a 2-dan, and a Shodan, blew me out of the water. Just blew me out of the water. Not necessarily because of their own skill, per se, because I just collapsed. I collapsed. I think in a couple of the games I might have had advantages, if not big advantages, but they held out, and then I collapsed. It's a 10-second game, which is slightly different than a normal game, but it's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to guess that this is the right time to start this attack. This castle is not yet made, not yet fully formed. Why not start putting some pressure on? Wouldn't have surprised me to see this pawn get pushed, though. But maybe that's not the right timing for it. The wall in the 4th file might be a liability. Yeah. For Gote. But this is going to be plenty flexible. I think this is going to have plenty of time to change. Like I don't think this is this is not the final form of what he's looking to do. I think. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played. It's been so long since I played Nakabisha at this point. So long. Gote does not have a pawn in hand. I, su- I suppose the idea is to get the trade and then drop the silver back here. That seems like it's probably the idea. Not sure. Yeah, you want to maintain this. The rook is a bit locked in. Rook is a bit locked in because I think if the rook moves over here, you get the silver drop right away. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. So Gote still does not have a pawn in hand. But you know, it going to be getting one. Does Sente have time? Does Sente have time to push this pawn? Or I was just about to say, or drop the silver. Does Sente have time to push the pawn or drop the silver? Once this is taken, if he takes here, is this fast enough? Drop the pawn. Takes, and the rook will be looking here and at the silver. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's an idea. Okay, so I missed Foradun's comments here. Elmo Castle will allow for an escape route for the king. Yeah, yeah. If pawn 6/6, silver drop 6/7. Pawn 6/6, silver drop 6/7. Oh, yes, very good point. Very good point. And that's probably not worth it, right? Silver and knight for a rook. Probably not. Though with this bearing in, yeah. Hmm. So, am I correct in this? If pawn takes, silver takes, um, pawn drop on 8/5 is going to either get a promotion or win the knight or the silver. Not sure. Pawn Wait, pawn drop 6-5, maybe too slow? Wait. Pawn. Pawn. Not sure what. Pawn drop 8-5? Yeah, so pawn drop. Let's say pawn drop 8-5. Let's say we take pawn drop 8-5. Silver comes up. Silver takes this pawn. Or no, this pawn will be take in. Upon it, how about the silver just takes this pawn? So if we do take, pawn drop up, take, pawn drop back. Well, pawn drop back would still allow the promotion. Well, no, it wouldn't, because then we could Tataki. Then once the pawn takes, we Tataki the rook. Hmm. I'm getting feels here. I'm getting feels. I'm getting some feels here. I'm my alarm bells are going ringy dingy. I feel like I've played this enough to see this. I feel like I feel like this is almost this has to be what he's at least considering. But what's the follow up? Takes. He has no pawn. Gote has no pawn. Lalibi, you also think bishop takes 6-6. Yeah, I'm that's what I was thinking. Um this is sort of that idea I was talking about earlier. Yeah, definitely scary. It's definitely a scary promoted piece. And there are pawns in every single one of Sente's files here. So those two pawns cannot at this point be dropped. Hmm. I'm I'm in my mind I'm visualizing. I should probably say the things I'm talking about. I'm thinking about something like this. Take yeah, I'm thinking if he takes, I think if he takes it's too rough. I think if he takes it's too rough. Takes drop the knight. Yeah, I mean, like, this is terrible. This would be terrible for Gote. Silver takes 6-5, pawn takes bishop 7-7. Silver takes 6-5. Pawn takes bishop 7-7. That's interesting. That's interesting. Bishop 7-7 rather than the knight drop. I like the knight drop myself, but maybe there is some way to defend that. Maybe I'm not seeing a knight 2-6. Knight 2-6 looks good. This castle is kind of weak. I wonder though, knight 6-6 or knight 2-6 after the lance takes, after the bishop takes the lance. Boy, it feels like that's going to be a lot of defensive resource, and like, I think if the knight jumps, the silver coming, like, I think we want our silver here. Like, I think Gote wants his silver on. I think that to my taste that would help the silver. I mean, that would help Gote. Why is there a silver on 8-7? He just dropped it. Oh, well, I mean, presumably the threat is this. I think this is a great threat. I think this is nice. I like the idea. Out of pawns, needs a pawn. I think you get a pawn and an attack. At least that's my. Yeah, these guys are both above my pay grade. I need an engine running on the side that you all don't know about that I can just rattle off lines for. That's what I need to start investing in. I need to start investing in the off-stream engine stuff. Hmm. Like, I don't think this silver wants to come here. I don't think there's any like, well, I mean, obviously there's a rook here, but I don't think even in an ideal world there's any. Another thing I sort of like about this silver is that it does prevent the opponent going opposing a rook, which he's not going to do. But this is going to be tough here. This is yeah, there's no castle. You think Sente's better here? Interesting. 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 Very interesting. I think I would take. I think I'm taking. So the idea here, if you my idea is drops the knight here, and if that's the case, I think Sente might be slightly better. I don't know, but because I think it is going to be relatively easy to break. Maybe not. And there's the bishop 7/7. There's the lollybee idea. There's the lollybee idea. Yeah, the silver can't come up here. I was saying the silver wants to be here. Well, no, it doesn't, because we do need these. There's it's doing double work potentially. Yeah, I'm now feeling more and more that Sente is better here. Um, I think he still doesn't have a pawn. He still does not have a pawn. Do we drop a silver? Do we drop a silver on 4/4? I still don't think silver set 8/7 is silly. I still don't think it's silly. I like the idea. I think I like the idea. And you know, when your opponent is playing a weak, when your opponent is playing a dubious opening, as Sente did, I think, you know, there is that desire to just disprove it. There's the desire to disprove the opening with extreme prejudice, and it's possible that Gote is feeling that a little bit. Hmm. I think this is just way too slow. I think taking 7/6 is way too slow. I I I just I'm thinking 4/4 silver, but boy, that just feels not so great. Do we just redrop? Do we just redrop the bishop? Redrop the bishop here? You know, because we do have to protect against this. You know, we do have to protect against this, or promote bishop drop. I'm not sure which is. I'm not sure which is, like, if it's Sente's move, which is the best. Push and then drop the bishop. Bishop 5/5 is better. Hey, Benjamin Shuett. You think? Maybe. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's gutsy. Now that is gutsy. That's gutsy. Bishop, you like bishop drop 6/4? Bishop 6/4. Bishop 6-4. So does Sente. Sente likes it too. I'm not there's something about it. I'm not necessarily believing it at this point. I'm not yet believing this. I'm not believing in it yet. What about this? Yeah, I think Bishop 5-5 would have taken advantage of this wall. I think Bishop 5-5 would have made great use of this wall. I think this I think promoting I think these are all good, but I think this would have also been good. Take, bishop drop, rook, take, drop the rook. I'm Goshujin, hello, nice to see you. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, Lalibri is bringing up another point that the bishop drop on 5-5. Not only is it threatening the rook, it is defending the knight. I'm not sure if this silver's mission is the knight, though. I mean, that's a side benefit. I think the silver wants to come up here. But anyway, what is the response here? The only response that I'm liking right now is rook 8-3. That's the only response I'm liking at the moment. And I don't think I'm loving it. So as much as I've talked down bishop drop 6-4, I'm not really seeing the refutation. Like I don't think the rook does much on this file. Rook 6-2 could be an option. Rook 6-2, pawn takes, silver takes, bishop takes, gold takes, rook takes. I think that's overwhelming for Sente. Maybe there's a different move after 6-2. All right, so he played the 8-3. He played the 8-3. So, do we have time for something like this? So you want that knight 8-5. You really want that side of the board. I want this. I want this knight. I want this knight. I want to start throwing more pieces on this. But I guess if we do that, he can drop a silver on 6-2. Is that the thinking? You say Sabaki is a must here. Knight 8-5. Huh. I like knight 8-5. Yeah. Yeah, knight 8-5 seems really interesting. Huh. Knight 8-5 would be a very annoying move. BMD Ayaka, hello, hello, hello. What are the other options here? So knight 8-5, knight 8-5, silver takes 6-7, promote. Bishop takes 4-2, drop the silver on 5-3. Is that so? So if we do this, like I like leaving the bishop as an option. To me, it sort of feels like maybe this is a little too ham. Take, silver drop. Take, 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 take. And there's no threat on the king. Yeah, I think that's too good. Hmm. Knight a5 is good. I still am playing knight drop 4-5. I think I am still going with knight drop 4-5. I can't let that one go. I'm never gonna give it up. But would the response to knight drop 4-5, would it be silver takes? Would it be silver takes 6-7? Silver 6-7, no promote. You don't think so? Can Sente ignore? Is that fast enough? Because this is, we take, he drops a pawn, he promotes the pawn, we take, he takes, we take, I think he has to take here. Maybe not. It's not it's this side of the board. I still am always stuck saying we for that. It's taking all my my willpower not to click that analyze AI button or that menu option on anyone dojo, spending the D mile or the 2D miles. to get the definitive word, even though it's not the definitive word. It's just Suisho 5 at depth, at a very low depth. All right. What are other options? Is there any other knockout blow? I don't. I'm not ready to call this game because four dons are no joke. They're more resilient than I could ever imagine being. And I still believe so little in this castle. So while we continue to think here, if we believe Sente has the advantage, what was the move that allowed it? Was it silver drop 8-7? Did that just give two? Okay, so we've got the Shogi Dad approved move. We've got the Shogi Dad approved move. Which to me should be which should strike fear in the hearts of the French contingent. Do we throw another silver? Do we throw another silver back there? The silver 6-2? You think it was a silver drop 8-7 also? Okay. I can't think for me it's process of elimination because everything else seemed so solid. Everything else seemed so straightforward, sort of Chosokogin stuff. And that's the thing with Nakabisha. It gets stuffed so easily, but if it doesn't get stuffed, boy, it just pours it on. Silver drop 6-2 or silver drop, maybe silver drop 4-4? And he runs out of attackers. And there's no easy way to get more attackers. Like, is this attack going to peter out? So if we drop 4-4, takes, silver drop, takes. We're getting close to Byoyomi. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left for Gote. Sente still has 6 minutes, but yeah. Yeah, boy, these 30-60, these Division A games, some of these are just they really get drawn out. The 30-60 becomes such a big weapon in the hands of stronger players. Wow. 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 So I'm looking for tactics. I'm wondering maybe he sees some knight and bishop combination, combinatorial tactic or something. Trying to imagine what I'm trying to imagine what he doesn't have enough defenders. So, this breakthrough is going to work now, I think. So that tells me he must think that getting this knight is going to bring him some success elsewhere. So Lalibi, you're saying Sente will now steamroll Gote. So that's, I can't help but think that, but that's why I'm thinking that there must be something. There must be something behind this, other than a misread potentially, but there must be something behind this knight take. Because this castle is weak. This castle is very weak. So how do we begin this? How does Sente begin this attack? How does Sente begin? With the pawn? With the pawn or with the bishop? Pawn. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was rhetorical. I mean, that's what I would have done as well, but now just based on my own recent struggles. This is now where the game is getting really interesting. I want to see how well Gote can hold off. I want to see some big resilience. I want to be inspired here. I want to believe. Hmm. Okay. This pawn on 4/6 is blocking everything that I want to even try to do. um, do we get fancy? Do we get fancy and take with the rook? I'm almost tempted to take with the rook, but yeah, I'm intellectually I'm thinking I'd want to take with the rook here, but my heart is saying that we have to take with the bishop. My heart is saying that double dragon is what I want. Okay, you think with the rook. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I think Gote is lacking in an area of being able to attack. And it's pretty straightforward to defend now. If bishop takes 5-3, rook takes, then bishop drops 7-5. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Okay, yeah, that's a good. There's a good refutation there. Yeah, and then we're at least given some chances. Hmm. Gote will have a lot of pieces. That's at least one thing to say. They will have, or Gote will have a lot of pieces. Maybe not a lot of time. Getting there. We're getting to Byoyomi. Maybe not for players at this level, but feels like, once Byoyomi hits, things could happen. Hmm. Yeah, Gote's gonna have a lot of diagonal pieces. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not great for defense. Not great at all. And I'm just trying to figure out where that attack is going to come from. Like how is the attack? How can Gote potentially build an attack without allowing Sente to even just make a castle? Man, this kind of game, this is why people play Nakabisha. This is the kind of game you play Nakabisha to get. Yeah, I was finding that I just wasn't getting enough of these games. I was getting slowly strangled in my games. Against this opening in particular, I was just getting slowly strangled and not finding ways to make play. Okay, you got to make a move. You can't be. Oh no! Oh, that's too risky. Especially on your first promotion of the game. I think there's a slower lag. I don't know if it's building cash or whatever. On your first promotion of the game, it takes longer to make that move. Side note, I don't like that immediate take. Especially having just run the clock all the way down to 2 or 1 in that previous move. Think about I would just think about the next. I would, but maybe he already sees pay dirt. I think there's plenty of ways to defend here, right? Like there's nothing immediately ending this. If we do if silver 4-2 horse 6-3 and then prepare to drop a pawn, like can we be that slow? Oh, wow. Not a fan. Not necessarily a fan. I guess it's the same thing, is that the rook drop is going to, even if silver 4-2, maybe the rook drop on 8-2 would have been the first move to make. You got to watch out for bishop stuff, but so you think if Gote gets a chance to develop an attack, he'll start with dropping the knight to 3-5. That would make sense. I think that would make a lot of sense. I think that would make a lot of sense. And is there any way to get? No, I was so we're not fast enough to get the bishop drop with the knight. Hey, the pharmacist! Congrats on that WSL game yesterday. Congrats on the WSL win and the team win. The top players in Europe press the clock on the last second in real life games. Out here, I think our top players seem to do it just like around 5 to go. In my limited observation of the really strong players. So they start moving on 5. And so maybe the clock has 2 or 3 seconds left. Knight drop and then the bishop. Knight drop and then bishop, or I don't think bishop first. I think we have to maintain this. Wow. 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 All right, Goju-Jin. Appreciate the comments. Good to see you. Doing my best.
30秒
Let's see. I mean, we're playing. We're making threats. We're giving Sente a chance to mess up. We're giving Sente a chance to play too slowly. I don't think I like giving a knight, though. That's my only concern there is that I don't like giving a knight. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine with the rook guarding the 5th rank or 5th file. Yeah, bishop a1 is bishop a1 is looking like a bigger and bigger threat all this time. I still think I like that knight drop 3-5. Yeah, just throwing stuff back there. That's always. Do we have anything sneaky we could do here?
30秒
Anything sneaky? Anything sneaky?
40秒
I don't think we can leave that fifth file. I don't think we can leave that fifth file. So I don't think we could even like we can't take I don't think we can take 6, 7. I don't think we can even sacrifice yeah. So 5-5 is probably what I would have done. Yeah, 5-3 5-3 yeah, 5-3 yeah, you say it's dumb. Not dumb, it's just yeah. Yeah, it would be a free dragon. Now do we drop
30秒
do we drop 8-1 bishop now? Do we drop 8-1 bishop now? Do we have to drop 8-1 bishop?
50秒 1、2
I'm not seeing anything else. Okay. Boy, this has turned out to be a really fun game.
30秒
I mean, it's not turned out to be. It's been a really fun game, I think, the whole time.
40秒 50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7
Okay. Okay. That was I was about to start thinking more about that. I think this is good. I think the other ways were not good for Sente. Like taking horse first, I think was not good. Taking pawn first, I think was not good. This one does look promising. It does look promising.
30秒 40秒
So gold takes
50秒
gold takes
2、3、
and then what?
4、
Gold takes and then what?
6、7、8、9
And then what? I think pawn takes and we can't take the bishop because then the rook. You think Gote has a chance now? There's no mate on I mean, is there any mate on the board here? I don't think so. Oh, no rook. No, yeah, sorry, Kiriaki. Yeah, there's no rook in hand. My eyes went to this side. Yeah. So which way? Do we take with the No, we don't take with the dragon because then he can drop a pawn on our head. So we take with the gold. We take with the gold. Or do we take? Do we have something better right now? you know, our night plan, our night plan doesn't work out as well because they now own this
40
diagonal.
秒
Oh, you're saying knight to 3-5. Okay, you're still going on it. You're still going on that.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8
Down to the wire. Okay. Understandable. A minute is just a minute's not enough. A minute's not enough. How does nobody have a lance? How does nobody have a lance in hand? That's my question. How does nobody have a lance in hand?
30秒
Taking the lance would hit the dragon. The Yamcha of Shogi.
40秒 50秒 1、2
So I don't think we can come here. Because the lance would be good. I don't think bishop here.
30秒
Yeah, Sente is the first to get a lance. It's a game about Shogi is a game about getting the lance. Boy, this sad Narigin over here is just like, I tried so hard.
50秒
The prophetic lance comment.
2、3、4、
Oh boy.
6、7
That lance is going to be so annoying. That's a dead rook. Or no, it isn't. 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 Yes, it is. It's a lance drop,
30
rook
秒
back. Okay, it's not dead. It's not dead.
40秒
It's not dead.
50秒 1、
But its life could be in shambles. Twitch's auto mod really disagrees strongly with Foradun. So much that they're shutting Foradun's comments out. They will not allow. I will allow this. I believe in free shogi speech, and I will allow Foradun's comment to be posted. Foradun likes Night Drop 4-5. Twitch hates this one
40
move.
秒
Shogi first. We do not prevent people from suggesting moves, no matter how bad they are.
7、8、9
I also like Night Drop 4-5. Oh, coming alive. Okay, the Narigin is coming alive too. Yloigh, nice to see you. You wanted Lance 5-5. Lance 5-5 seems good. Lance 5-5 seemed really good. Because then it does block. You know, it obviously it's a threat in itself, but it's preventing the dragon from doing anything.
30秒
Because you can't block it, because then you could just drop, you know, a piece on the other,
40秒
on the head of the dragon. Ooh, boy. Oh boy. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough because, you know, if we take, I mean, at a minimum, there's a Tataki. There's a a rook. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when the 16-inch pythons run wild? Also, I will. I'd like to retroactively point out that every time I mentioned the possibility of promoted silver 8-7 or 6-7, that I should have done the gesture. Just going to point that out. So we can edit that later. You know, before I publish the VOD, I can edit that out and just You still want your Night Drop 3-5. Yeah, I think I still want Night Drop 3-5 too.
40秒
The production team will get it in post, yeah. Yeah, it's your favorite manga character streaming. Yeah, good to see you, Magic Face. Yeah. I like this. I think it's I like it. I think this is probably what I would have done. But, you know, the thing is, if we so just reading this out, take rook drop, knight drop,
40秒
then what? Pawn,
50秒
or do we drop a gold? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
5 6
So can Gote do any mates here? I like it. I like it. I like it. I don't love it though. Wait, let me take that back. I don't like it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do like it. Yes, I do like it. Do we have mate? Is this mate? The only sideways piece we have in hand is a rook.
40秒 50秒 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
I mean, it absolutely has to be scary for Sente, but that's a real nice. That's a real nice. That's a damper. That's a dampener on our plans. That's a dampener. So what is it? Come back?
30秒
Is that it? Oh, that's nice. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. That defends now and in the future. I love this move. This move I don't think I would have seen. I don't think I would have seen. This is the kind of resilience and creativity that I think strong players that set them apart from, say, me, for example.
2 3 4 5 6 7 8
I like that too. I like that too. But now we can just take this pawn, right? Well, no, we take this pawn and then the lance drop is coming. So that's tough. We take the pawn. The lance is coming.
30秒。40秒。
Ooh. What are our options here? What are our options? I'm seizing. Hey, Dream and Shogi, great to see you. Yeah, I think I like Sente's position still because I'm not seeing how to follow through on the attack. And this is the kind of positions where my brain in a game of my own will start seizing up, where there are just so many. I'm spinning through choices looking for something and not finding anything that I'm completely happy with. And then all of a sudden my Byoyomi is out and I have to make a move, and I haven't done a good job of sorting my moves. So it's like, it's like, does this work? No. Does this work? No. Does this work? No. Does this work? No. And now all of a sudden I have no time left and I have to pick one of those moves. And I haven't applied some sort of sorting function to them, so I pick one and inevitably it'll be the wrong move. Pawn 4-5 would have been better than silver drop 3-8. Pawn 4-5 seems good. Yeah, pawn 4-5 seems really good. I must confess I didn't see this. I must confess, I think if I was playing this game, I think like this one, where I said if I was playing I wouldn't have seen it. If I was playing on Sente's side, I think I would have seen this. But I'm not, but oh boy. Oh. Do we drop? I thought maybe we still try to clear this out a bit. Like if we drop the silver here, I thought maybe drop the silver, maybe that would have done it. But now the lance. Oh no.
30秒。
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do against the lance drop?
40秒。
What are we gonna do against the lance drop?
50秒。
Just take the pawn?
3、4、
That doesn't seem great.
6、7、8、9。
Wow. Wow. Do we need to drop our rook back? Do we need to do some sort of defense? After the pawn 4-5 yeet, the horse, the horse becomes a nice defender as well.
5、6、7。 30秒。
Bishop 3-6 seems like a bad move. What was the alternative though? I get that's the my question is what was the alternative there? I didn't see any way to apply more pressure. This lance drop was going to come. Do we drop a silver maybe? No, because then that would have been a double. Do we have to drop a silver? Do we have to drop a silver on 5-4?
30秒 40秒
Taking this gold is too slow. This doesn't do anything.
1 2 3 4
Drop a silver. Drop a silver here.
7
Drop a silver on 5-7. Yowzer. Yowzer.
30秒
Wow.
40秒
Yeah, I think taking with the rook feels wrong because it's not. I think my plan here is take with the lance and then come back. That's the only plan I have. Taking with the rook, I think, would have been relatively easily blocked. If you cannot defend the square behind it or next to it. Nifu Chanson coming. Oh gosh, that would be a horrible way to end this game. That would be a horrible way.
40秒
Boy, oh boy.
50秒 1 2 3 4
This guy is about ready to spring into action. Ooh, boy. Oh, that can't be right, can it? That can't be right. Yeah. Go. Oof.
30秒
Are there any sort of discovered? No.
$40 秒
Gold for 2? What's our option? Gold for 2?
1 2
Gold for 2.
4
Wow. Wow. Take the goal. Yeah, Gote definitely wants a knight. Gote definitely wants a knight. So take and then drop. I was thinking drop first and then take, and then Gote takes the knight, and then I'm thinking we must have a mate. But maybe we no, we don't, because the square on 1-3 will always be. Don't drop a gold. This is a rook. I'm telling myself, just as if I'm playing. Don't drop a gold on 5-3, because this is not a dragon. This is not a dragon. I think this is Sumero. So we do have the one gap dragon, but this is Sumero. So and there's the move. And if he drops a silver, we drop the knight. If he drops a silver...
30秒 40秒
Or do we drop the gold? We drop the gold. If he drops a silver, we drop the gold. Knight drop, king runs, gold drop, king runs, knight drop. No, because this is defending. This is defending. Yeah, make another Sumero. That seems good. Yeah, make another Sumero threat. Gold drop for 2. Gold drop for 2, then gold drop for 2. Knight drop. King runs. Fair enough. He has no silver, it's just the gold. Is a boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
40秒
Dragon 3-1? Dragon 3-1? Yeah, Dragon 3. We got Dragon 3-1. We got another one gap. We got the knight drop.
6 7
Okay, he dropped the knight in a way that he can't give it up. So that's another Sumero threat. Silver? Silver drop? Lance? No, that is not. No, now it's mate. Now it's mate. Now it's mate. Oh no, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, we only have one. We only have one gold. I was gonna say silver drop and gold drop. We don't have a silver. There's the night drop. Yeah. So which way? If he come, he can't go to 5-2 because then the horse. The horse is going to go to 6-3.
30秒
Yeah. If he goes to 5-2, it's horse 6-3, king runs, knight jump.
40秒
Or gold drop.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9
Okay. So where's our mate? Gold drop. Boy. Okay. I think I would have dropped. I think I would have jumped the knight, but and there's the resign. There's the resign. GG. GG to both. GG. Just gonna type GG in there. That was a really fun game. Rook takes 3-2 was mate instead of knight takes knight drop 2-6. Was there? Oh wait. 2-3. Getting this. Yeah. So we get the one gap. And if we come up yeah, if we come up anywhere else, we just get this. Yeah, so if he and then if he blocks, we don't drop a gold. Wait, oh, you're saying right 3-2. You mean 2-3, right? Because there was no take there. You like this knight, Lorenzo? Is this the one? I mean, it's not Tsume, but if he runs, we come up, and that's definitely mate. Good game, boy. So the move that we talked about, seemingly that we seemed to think was sort of like the move that gave it up. Was this one. GG YouTube chat. YouTube chat got it. You wait, YouTube chat wins. Or is it no longer showing? Let me restart it. Oh no, I see the comment. I see it in there. It says GG YouTube chat. So YouTube chat is still working. Oh, it's missing some messages? So I see yours. I see yours. Maybe it's just slow. Maybe it's slow. Bishop takes 6-6. Pawn takes, silver drop 6-7 would have been more effective. So let's so instead of this, if we do silver takes 6-6, which is the move which is, this feels like the move that people do against me. Yeah. This certainly could have been good. This certainly could have been good. The Monday morning quarterbacks. Yeah. I don't want to say that this is thematic, but it almost feels like that bishop sack there is pretty thematic against Nakabisha. So what does Sente do here? You know, I wonder if some of those moves, I wonder if some of those are getting filtered. I wonder if some of those are actually just getting filtered. No, because I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them, and YouTube is not telling me that they're YouTube is not telling me that they're blocked. Like Foradun had a suggestion earlier that just got blocked by Twitch. So you're saying take the knight. That I think is what we were talking about during the game. So if you like to take the knight, then we take. Is that good enough? Boy, that does. I think I like Gote a lot here. I think. Maybe not. I think this is one of the ones where I'd have to ask Mr. Engine. So what I want to see what they're saying. They're saying it looks like everything is still possible here. Oh, it's at this position. It's a shame that I missed out what they suggested, because I don't know how we could have. I don't know how we could have ever gotten into that position where all of a sudden Gote has the three major pieces. Man, that was a fun game. I wish we had another. Yeah. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this into Shogi. I am going to take it into Shogi. Oh, shoot. Let me just do this. Now I'll copy it. You can't, it does, it does bit weird stuff. Change my scene. I'll change it to this scene so we can see, all see the moves. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing scene. Streamed WSL games. So here we are. Click that. So where are we? Okay. Dead even. This engine is saying that it likes 6-3 gold. Six three gold. 8-3 rook. 3-1 gold. 9-4 pawn. Oops. Ah, shoot. 9-4 pawn. Oh, man. What did I just do? I accidentally went back. All right. Well, the engine doesn't like any of these good ideas. Engine doesn't like any of these good ideas. Wow. Yeah, so okay, so that went to plus 8.5. We take, drop the silver, and then what? And then 8 8 rook. 8 8 rook is what it says. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to save that knight, I guess. Yeah, there's no way to save that knight. It's saying just interesting, interesting. This is just not a. This is yeah. I get. Boy, I'm surprised. All right. Oh shoot. So there were really no, both of them played very strong. Numerically, they both played very good, very well. So it was just this one move. So here's what the engine says was the killer move. Uh yeah, I think we didn't we definitely were confused by this. And the best move it's suggesting was dropping the silver. Yeah. I'm stunned that I'm stunned that this was good. Oh, it targets that. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh boy. I would have probably expected, like, I would have dropped a lance. I'm curious. I'm curious if dropping a lance is even a decent move. Wait, what? Here. Wait. Wait, what's going on? We have a dramatic discrepancy between server-side engine and local engine. Local engine is calling this local engine is calling this dead even almost. Server side was calling this plus 11.6. So we have some discrepancy. We have some discrepancy. Well, it's the first move of the variation. It's the first move of the variation. So it's the best move, which is saying it's plus 6.7. Yeah, the server side is saying the best move is 4/4 silver, which in browser is saying is plus one, slash even. Oh, it's even because we did it. Because we did it. Because we did it. Because we did it. Because we didn't make the blunder. Because we didn't make the blunder. Yeah, so it's just even. It's just even there. Yeah. You have to respect Nakabisha. You just have to respect that attack. You have to respect the attack, not the player. Oh, it's you think it's filtering when you use the asterisk. That's really interesting to say. Yeah, you were going to say you have to count the attackers. Yeah, you have to. You have to count the attackers. You have to look at that focal point. I think Koshiro talks about lowering the focal point of the attack. Yeah, count the attackers, change the focal point, and you just have to respect it. You can't. It all comes too quickly. It just comes too quickly. Yeah, at least, yeah, if you were going to do that, take on 6-7. The server side engine said 4-4, 4-4, silver is the top. In browser at depth 20 is saying that 6-7 promote is 0.0. So both promote and no promote were in the in-browser engine just slightly better than 4-4. So yeah. And then 5-5 comes up. And then 4-4. And then 4-4. Yeah. I think I'd have to look back later, but I think we might have even talked about this variation. This is a nuts line, though. This is nuts. I think this is a losing line for Sente, even if this is just too bizarre to play. Not bizarre, but you give this up. You're giving up a lot. Yeah, I mean, it still looks strong. It still looks strong. So about not promoting. Yeah, I'm not sure what the obviously we can't ask the engine, but this one it's calling promote. It's calling 0.0. No promote. It's calling 0.5. And I think during the game, I think I said no promote myself. Oh, it makes sense though. It makes sense because if we don't promote and then he runs to 5-5, we can't cap it. Like if we drop here, then he still has the running point. Yeah, and that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Yeah. So it actually kind of surprises me that not promoting is okay. But anyway, yeah, we need that 4-4 silver. Oh boy. Yeah, and then it just becomes a grind. I mean, I've lived these games against Nakabisha where I miscount the attackers, and then it just becomes a slog of trying to stay alive. And I don't have Funa 15's skill. He did an amazing job to keep it going. I really thought at some point it was turning. If not it already turned. Yeah, we can say he misclicked. That's probably it. That's actually probably it. That's probably it. Hi, Todovsky. That's probably it. He probably just misclicked. But he played a heck of a game after. Boy, both of them did. Both of them. Like I think it was so easy to lose. It's so easy to so easy. The way Funa was playing, I think it was really easy for Sente to mess up. And he just stayed solidly. Can I go to Bishop drop 6-3 and see what the best response is? Yeah, let's find that. Where was that? Where was that? Oh, the horse 6-3 here? Wait, is it this one? Which we see is an inaccuracy. Bishop dropped 6-3 from Gote. When was that? That was much later, right? Oh, there it is. And that was also an inaccuracy. So I'm not looking at the eval's running, but I'm not looking at the choices here. I'm trying to remember what we thought. I'm trying to remember what we thought the answer would be. I mean, I remember being impressed with Bishop drop 6-3, but I wonder if the Knight drop 3-5 would have been good to prepare it. All right, I'll look. Gold takes, and it's a losing game here, but gold takes, gold 5-2, 6-3 gold. You know, putting a silver to its death at 2-6, and then 6-3 bishop is, and they're all within 5 eval bucks. You know, 23 between 23 and 28. You need to sack the bishop, then knight drop 3. Oh, you need. So you're saying, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I was just going to say his response, Sente's response was brilliant to drop on 6-2. That's what I was going to say, but I see that it's called an inaccuracy. I thought it was brilliant. So we're quibbling here. We're quibbling over numbers. I think it's brilliant. I really liked it. Here's what the engine says is the best move. Okay. I'll follow this through. I'll follow this train of thought. Takes. Engine wants to run, but they're all about equal. So I'm going to take. Okay, so if we take, then it's yeah. So this is not so good. And if we run, we just take. Okay. Very stylish way to eliminate that bishop threat. Extremely stylish way to eliminate that threat. Yeah. Okay, so if that is the best move for Sente, I really love that 6-2 move. Nice find. Really nice find. Maybe while you're playing, maybe it's somewhat obvious. Though in Byoyomi, like what was this? What was this? Okay. Number 1 is 6-1. Number 2 is taking, which is I think what I was thinking we would do. But yeah. But it's certainly scary. The opponent has two rooks, and Sente is not in a great castle, especially with this guy Baron in. Fun one. Boy, that was a good game. Such a good game. Rook drop 2-4 is wait, rook drop 2-4 for Sente? Oh, yeah. That same basic idea for Gote, yeah. Yeah, that's that same basic idea of trying to go for the trick. So I remember you didn't like 3-8 as much. I guess in this case, it was a pretty big dip. That is it doesn't call it a mistake, but it's seems like it is a pretty big dip. Unclear. Yeah, between 29 and 21, something like that. But wow. Someone said this. I think someone said 4-5 knight here in this position. I don't recall who it was. And I think it was this position. Very very stylish. Oh no, you said 4-5 pawn. I think someone else said 4-5 pawn. Yeah, it was, yeah, you said 4-5 pawn. Yeah, I wonder. I don't see. I don't. I get maybe in the end it does. Maybe in the end it's just that it's so valuable to block this diagonal that with this diagonal blocked, you're so far ahead. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. So let's. You say that they can't take it because then pawn takes 5-3. But what if they don't take? So they don't take. 5-1 is the move here. 5-1 is the move that the engine is saying Gote should do. And it's either take or promote. So it is literally just there. It is just there to block. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, why doesn't it like pawn 4-5? So that's the question. Why doesn't it like pawn 4-5? Is it because the bishop will eventually? Um, so if we, yeah, it's a big gap. It's a big mistake. Oh, because we just take. We just take here. Yeah, yeah, you guessed it. You already answered your own question. I was just like I just didn't think this was good enough. And it's not. I mean, I guess that's the thing. It's not. It's Sente's winning. It's Sente's winning. So during the game, I was looking for ways for Gote to win, but with perfect knowledge here, we know that it's sort of hopeless. And then silver 3-6 exactly. Hmm. Ooh. That's one of the problems with, well, I think it's these types of games. I'm saying that as if anyone knows what's going on in my head, but I'm thinking that it's a shame to play such. It's always a shame to play a good game and then lose. But in the end, play a good game. You can feel good about it. Like I lose plenty of games that I feel great about. I lose I lose plenty of games that I feel terrible about too. But all right, all right. So there's that. I'm gonna switch back to 81 Dojo, just see if there's anything going on. I figure we one thing we didn't do, we did not finish looking at, you know, the manga. We didn't finish looking at this page of the manga. And that's, you know, the game got in the way of the Shogi Dad manga. And you know, I need this. This is, you can't see it here. Let me switch the scene. Yeah. So this is, you know, I need this. I need this manga. And hopefully it happens. The boffins over on the Shogi Dad Discord channel. Oh, it's so good. It gets me so excited that I just want to play and lose. Yeah. This is the Graham who just interviewed the other day. So he made the cover. I think the cover is it's AI. It is AI. But it's just so good. It's I get the biggest kick out of it. Like every time I go to that tab in Discord, I start laughing. I start laughing and getting excited about it. This really does need to be Koshiro here though, but just it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so the shirt, the t-shirt, it's just so perfect. It's just so perfect. And then the actual play. It makes me want to play. Just like Hikaru no Go, this makes me want to play. It's so absurd. It's so absurd that it's incredible. The misspelling of Urashino Ryu, I think, kind of it almost improves it. the more I've read this page, I think the misspelling of Urashino Ryu, I think improves it. But it's great. Thank you so much to Graham for doing this at all. But yeah, I would 1000% buy this manga. You know, I would what is it called? Kickstart. I'd be throwing my money at this manga. It's so absurd. But yeah, good times. That made my day yesterday. It made my day until it made me so excited that it made me want to play 10-second games on Shogi Wars. And you know, 0-3 later, I was not feeling so great. But you know, I did have it on the hardest skill. You like how some of the pieces are stacked on top of each other. It's so good. It's so, yeah. Maybe that's where it's getting it from. Maybe it is like Gungi. Oh man, this bad guy is also really good. Oh man. On my daily walk today, I saw an anime woman, like a young, I'd say like early 20s, a young woman with the anime gray hair. That's a first that I've seen. That's not the first time. No, I have seen a cashier at a boba shop a couple of years ago. She like a high school student. My daughter knew her. She had the dyed gray hair, anime hair. But anyway. That's the best way to execute Urushino Ryu is stacking the pieces. Yeah, that's impossible. He reached the formation in just 3 moves. I mean, exactly. You need to think outside the box. Uh, yeah, the kanji. I think Carolina Sensei. I think she was pointing out that the kanji is also wrong, which is just. I mean, it's perfect. That's true. That's true. Urushino Ryu is just 1 move. I reached the formation in just 1 move. I assume by formation he means that winning attack on the static rook side. It's Urushino Ryu's third form is when you break in. He's playing a style that should have disappeared with Legends. It's so absurd. It's so ridiculous. It's incredible. I want this. I would read this. I would non-ironically read and love this. I think it's also AI. He said his what did he say? I think he said his prompt was it was like this real simple prompt. What did he say? Oh, he said my only clear descriptions were to include Urashino Ryu and drinking tea intensely. But the one thing I've noticed is that at least the Google AI, the Google AI knows what Shogi Dad is. So like you can tell it stuff like that, and it'll make some almost reasonable sounding things. It's kind of mind blowing to me how deep some of the AI foundational data goes. Like I've asked, I've done some Google searches, just Google searches, not really looking for AI, but it gives that AI response. And it references like videos I've made in the past couple weeks. It's bizarre. Like if I look up something on Urashino Ryu, I was searching for something on Urashino Ryu, and the AI hallucinated based on a video of mine that was in the past couple weeks. So I guess one of my 700 subscribers on YouTube is the AI. You think it's just doing a web search for Odin, but you think you can do the web because it's like it's responding in real time. I don't think it could do the search, find the video, parse the video, and respond that quickly. Or maybe it could. It does have these videos do get, what is the word? I'm searching for the word that is the description of the corpus of text that makes up a video. It's not the script, the transcript. The transcript. I guess the transcript does exist. It's not like it has to watch it. I have not tried Claude. I have not tried Claude. I was discussing that with some of my former Apple colleagues last week. I have not personally used Claude. Gemini famously uses text and images. Yeah, the multimodal data. I have not used Claude. I have not used. I'd be curious if Claude is. Have you tried to use Claude at all for anything outside of programming? Like, is it good for Shogi? Because in my experience, Gemini very authoritatively says things that are catastrophically wrong, at least about Urashino Ryu. All your job is now is setting up Claude agents. So I was wondering if maybe you're doing Shogi still, because you've been playing so much. I was wondering, if you were working or focusing on Shogi. Nothing else going on here. Recently there was, I don't know if you saw, I think it was the Claude prompt was sort of accidentally included in, I think it was the iOS version of Notes, of the Notes app. And I saw the prompt, and I was just thinking, gosh, I'm glad I don't have to do it. I'm glad that's not for me. I loved programming and making. Yeah. Maybe in the end it's all the same thing, but it's not quite to me. So anyway, what's going on? Lollybee is playing, getting to the end there, setting up MCP servers. It's writing prompts and setting up servers. I still want to believe that for at least the near future, there still will be the chance for people to say, I'm thinking in terms of games, like independently make good games on their own still, with or without the assistance of, I was going to say the engines, the AI. We'll see. This manga has put me more open to AI than I've ever been open to it before. The possibility for goodness coming out of any of this, of the whole, the change in our field here. This is the first hope that I've been given. Well, so that's the thing, is no one really does it anymore. Is it because it's slow and it costs too much? Or is it because people have lost their taste and are just impatient? Or, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I guess that is still is related to being slow and costing. I don't know. It's just the to use the term of art over the past, the sort of in shitification of things. Like I don't like to use the fact that everything is turning bad as justification for making things turn bad. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so the Shogi Dad live streams which use AI. Yeah, I was mentioning it, I think on the last stream. I was discussing sort of a problem that's been posed by one of the Sopranos. One of the there are not many, but one of the best Sopranos analysts, for lack of a better word, like a YouTube analyst. He does analysis of Sopranos, Godfather, The Wired, not The Wired, Wired, The Wire. God, I keep messing that up. But anyway, he released a video essentially expressing that the state of all this has gotten terrible, that it's becoming very difficult for him and the remaining people to continue to do good quality Sopranos work, or good quality sort of video analysis work, because their views are going down. Meanwhile, multiple and many new channels, new AI, fully AI channels are coming out and just pooping out a new Sopranos video a day, or a new Sopranos analysis video, and they're nonsensical videos, some of which are nonsensical and clearly taking arguments and talking points from the videos of the people that are making them legitimately. And so we get to a state, and I think he's arguing that we're in this state. I'm taking his word for it. I haven't looked closely myself, but he said, but we're getting into this state where there are tens of these AI sort of nonsense channels, and most of these videos that they're just blasting out there don't get that many views, but some of them do get these astronomical numbers. Some of these videos that are just wrong and incorrect, and stealing from the people that made the initial videos. Some of these views are just inexplicably getting massive views, like more views than he ever gets. And anyway, long story short, I was thinking about that and I thought, you know what, maybe I should make a Shogi Dad AI video, or a Shogi Dad AI channel, where it's just, I've got my regular channel, but then I have a separate channel that's just Shogi Dad AI. And it's like, make a video, make a Shogi in the West video in the form of Shogi Dad, talking about this, talking about that, talking about this other thing. And just see how it goes. Like I was curious. Can it hit viral? Can it somehow go? Like can this be the thing that makes Shogi viral? Some bogus AI videos, and so that's how the topic of Claude came up with that conversation. We were at an Italian restaurant last week with my friends and former colleagues. And we were talking about that possibility, what it would take to build a channel, like almost like a self-automated channel for something like that. You think it's not that bad for the good videos, but there aren't any good videos. That's the thing. They're not good. I still haven't seen any of these proposed good AI videos. I haven't seen one yet. And I've been tricked I have been tricked. I'm not a boomer, but I have been tricked into thinking, I think this one might be human. I think this video might be human. It's sort of making sense and it's sort of interesting. And then it falls on its face. And I realize, it's spelling out these acronyms. And it's saying things just slightly wrong, and it's like, okay. It's for topics that I am not an expert in. It's more difficult to detect the things that I know are wrong. So it's like you hear these things, and it's like, I don't know if that's right. But then the stuff that I do know very well, everything that comes out of AI just seems like nonsense. So I don't know. Oh, you're saying the real videos. But the problem for the real videos, though, is that they are no longer getting as many views. Because for whatever reason, whether it's the algorithm or wherever it's whatever YouTube or whoever is promoting these videos, whatever is putting the videos in front of people's eyeballs is doing it in such a way that these AI videos are somehow just congesting the market. Maybe it's that they're not. Maybe it's that maybe it's that this channel that I'm thinking of. Maybe his regular cycle is he gets new viewers, they watch a bunch of videos, and then some of them go away, and then those people that go away are replaced by new viewers. And you kind of build up your audience that like my channel is the same way. You kind of build up, people fall off the wagon, but hopefully if you're a growing channel, more people will continue to jump on the wagon. So I think what's probably happening is that the legitimate channels, people are naturally falling off as they will, but he's not getting as many newer viewers because the newer ones are just getting lost in the blob of all the AI garbage. At least, I'm trying to make his argument for him. I'm not sure if that's actually the argument he was making, but I'm just sort of speaking as I understand what the point was, is that, a few of these guys are now having to rethink the amount that they're dedicating to their craft, because they have families to feed. I think he said he has 5 kids. He has 5 kids, and I think he said he has a job. But he's augmenting it nicely with these analysis, these in-depth, thoughtful analysis videos that I don't know what he would get. Like maybe he gets 10,000 viewers a video. I don't know. Whatever it is he gets. I get my 150 views and I'm like, okay, well, I got that. But like if an AI, I imagine an AI shogi channel can't do much worse than my channel already is doing. So I don't know. It was a thought experiment. Yeah, they're complaining that there's more competition. They have to try. So that's the that's sort of the I think that's the easy way to look at it. And that's the way I will look at. That's the way that I will default to. That's the way that your statement is how I will generally default to complaints, to similar types of complaints. But I think this particular problem is a little deeper than that, in that they can't necessarily try harder, because trying harder would if anything slow down their velocity. And also they're competing not on quality. They're competing on something else. Like if it is the case that the modern video watching market just cannot sustain quality videos, just like the modern market cannot sustain, using your analogy, the modern market cannot sustain quality architecture. So the people who do quality architecture had to move on to something else. Maybe it's the same thing with the videos, is that for these types of videos, maybe the market just will not sustain. Maybe the market will just not sustain it. So we're left with is kind of garbage. And we just have to either accept the garbage, accept the slop, as the kids would say, or embrace the slop, or find new hobbies. I don't know if another platform would solve the problem. There's no accounting for taste. Maybe this is a platform problem to a certain extent, but maybe it's just a taste problem. Maybe in the end, the lowest common denominator, which is the dumbest possible, worst, cheapest stuff, will win. And maybe every market, whether it's Sopranos videos or architecture or whatever, will eventually sort of regress to that state of garbage. And we just have to appreciate when it's good. You could see that people who want higher quality are just going to need to pay for a subscription. Maybe, but that's the thing, is like, that's one of the things that made YouTube so popular, or made it so powerful. That's enabled so many people to make these videos and to make interesting content, is that they could do that without having to do subscriptions or business type work. Like, it's a lot more work to manage Patreons and manage subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. especially at the outset, than it is to just throw up, make your videos, hone your craft, and then wait for the people to come. As these guys, none of these big guys, they didn't start huge. They started because they liked Sopranos or they liked Shogi, that kind of thing. And so you start small and then you grow into it. I think that's the concern, is that there's no way to grow into it anymore if it's just polluted with all sort of AI nonsense. The state of the music industry is not a good sign. I'd have to take your word for it. I don't know much about it. I certainly don't listen to modern music. I don't know. I don't know. I did listen to some. I the other day. I guess I'm guilty, because I did listen to some of what I assume is AI garbage music. Like there's these playlists of Street Fighter music, but like Latin American jazz or something like that. So it's like you're listening to Street Fighter music in the theme of light jazz or I can't remember what the term is. And I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty nice. And I'm driving my car, and I've got YouTube music playing this the Ryu's theme, the Street Fighter theme, Ryu's theme in what is it, like bossa nova? I don't know. I don't remember what the genre of it quite was. But it's like, yeah, maybe this is okay. It's like, whoa. Street Fighter themes as waltzes. Yeah, I mean, like I like it. I mean, it's maybe I'm as much to blame. Maybe I'm sitting here talking about these trashy Sopranos videos that don't make sense from AI. Maybe there are some people listening to these. They're like, the AI makes some good points. the AI makes some good points. Maybe I don't know. Internet poker. Oh yeah. So now you're talking about internet poker. I mean, that was my thing back then. Back in 2009, all you had to do was watch some strategy videos and you were a massive winner. Yeah. Poker was my income, was a big portion of my income at one point. Now you have to study more than you play just to not get crushed. Yeah, I don't know what you have to do these days to do it, because I stopped once the gray area became a little less gray. That's when I stopped, and it looks like I stopped right before the right time. It was becoming more and more difficult to get your money in and out of the offshore tellers and whatnot, and it was clear that there was going to be some sort of crackdown coming. So that's when I got out. So that would have been around 2005. I think I got out around 2005. Konoman, hello. We're showing your manga up here. Aren't a lot of the online poker lobbies having 8 coordinating bots versus 1 sucker? It probably is now. Magic based, I assume it is now, because it was almost like that. I mean, it was sort of like that back in the day. When I'm talking what, 2004, 2005 ish time. I think it was around then when I was doing it. It was like 6 or 7 of us sharks and 1 person who appeared to be inebriated, and it was tough. And a lot of us had software, not necessarily bots, but we had database software. There was something called, I think it was called Poker Tracker, if I'm not mistaken. this product was essentially a Postgres database running locally on your machine, using, before the days of machine vision or computer vision. It was basically taking the hands and logging them. So it's like, oh, this person, you've seen this person, you've played this person 7,000 hands before, and they're a tag, they're a tight aggressive, and here's where they flop and stuff like that. So it was about getting the information in the hands of the players, and so that's what that was. But we were doing that back in the early to mid 2000s. But we were playing, at least. We were playing, we're doing our 4 tables, or, multi-tabling. We've got 4 tables, fold, 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 raise, fold, 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 raise, raise, fold, fold, raise. It's just nonstop for hours and hours. And, it wasn't as glamorous as, being a professional athlete. It wasn't as glamorous as I had always wanted it to be. So yeah, the solvers, you literally have to study, memorize engine outputs for various flops. Yeah, it's a different game. It's not really what I'd want to even do. And you're talking no limit. I was playing limit. So I was playing limit. I was playing high limit on PokerStars, Pacific Poker, Euro. I think it was it called Eurobet? Was it Eurobet? It was basically a PokerStars skin. It depended where you could get rake back, which is where you get a percentage of the rake as you play. Is it possible to be good at poker without studying? Hello? I would argue no. I mean, what do you call studying? Like, it depends what you call studying. Like, thinking about the game, experience with playing and thinking about the game while you're playing. Like, I think there's probably historical people, of the past that didn't study. They didn't have, a lot of them didn't have books way back when, but they're very strong players. I don't know. I don't know enough to say about that. I just know that I won in the long term. Back in the day, as a limit poker player, it was very possible to do very well for yourself. Oh, so yeah, so we're talking about, yeah, you should look to, and it's not a monstrosity. It's not a monstrosity. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It still has me excited. It still has me very excited. Yeah, we need to fill this. We need to get the thing here. Make sure it shows up fully. Well, now you're on the hook for more entertainment. We need this. The world needs this. The world is healing. How can I can't scroll this up anymore. Let's get this. Trying to get this up here. That's not showing up. I just want to be able to show it all. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I would buy, read, watch this 1000%. Speaking of watching, all right, no other games, of people we know. Yeah, me talking about AI is probably not going to be the greatest content here. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I think maybe I'm gonna head out. Hope you all have a good day and a good week. And 5 o'clock is DrLennon's game. I think this is 5 This is 6 o'clock. This is 6 o'clock my time, 6 o'clock p.m. my time, which is in 4 hours. So I don't think I'll be streaming this. I would love to stream this game, but good luck to DrLennon. I don't know this other person, so it's not that I'm not giving him good luck, but DrLennon is a supporter of the channel, friend of the channel, so I'm always cheering for him. And yeah, so that was fun. That was a really fun game. Good game to both. Nice talking with you all. Yeah, enjoy your day. If you're in the United States, thank you, or thank you for your service if you were in the military, and enjoy your day, whether or not you were or not. So thanks. I'm rambling. I'll see you later. Take care. And that's it. Bye.